Hello everyone, welcome to Anime No Mi, and thank you for joining us for another One Piece video. The great confrontation in Wano has finally come to an end, and it may not yet be the time to do the big full celebration because new enemies are heading to Wano. And with the defeat of Kaido and Big Mom in Onigashima, Wano has become something of a target for the Marines and maybe even the world government. In today's video, we're going to talk about the possible events that'll occur in One Piece chapter 1053, what Admiral Ryokugi intends to do in Wano without having reinforcements, and what the next objective of the Straw Hats might be. But before we dive into the video, if you're new to the channel, we'd be absolutely honored if you consider leaving us a like, or even subscribing and maybe a comment letting us know what you thought of the video. It really helps us out and motivates us to make more content, and if you'd like to help us out in a bigger way, maybe share the video or the channel with a friend. But without further ado, let's get into this video. So friends, the Battle of Onigashima is finally over. We got two Yonkos that have been defeated, and now Wano can go back to being a free country. And after a week, this fight that we've seen that really shook Wano is slowly making progress and inroads to becoming back to the way it was. Now that all the Straw Hats are reunited, they can leave on a new adventure, but they can't leave Wano yet. The borders are still blocked, and they still have to participate in a celebration that Momonosuke is planning. So even though we're gonna see kind of a festive mood, it's not yet the end for all of this battle and really the end of this story for this arc. The manga of the One Piece is now entering its final stage, so we're gonna start seeing some bigger battles, or at least the setting of the stage for bigger battles as we move forward. And it may be one of these conflicts is about to occur. Now we don't know if it was on purpose, but Momonosuke didn't allow Zunisha to open the borders of Wano for some reason. And in this lapsed chapter, we might be seeing the possible reason. Marine ships cannot enter Wano while the borders are closed, and its troops cannot cross or, climb any of the waterfalls. But now that the most powerful pirates in the world possibly are in Wano, this is gonna be a main objective of the world government. They want to destroy Wano so that they can take the lives of all the pirates who participated in the Battle of Onigashima. Because now, this collective is a great threat, and the rewards are gonna go up into just probably maybe never before seen bounties. Besides that, Law, Luffy, and Kid might now have the title of Yonko, although we don't know how it's gonna be split between these pirates of the worst generation. After all, it was said in the last chapter that it just said it in the newspaper and not really had been read about who would be the next Yonko. Since we don't have confirmation yet of who this title is going to go to, we can kind of pretty much think that it's going to be Luffy who will become at least one of the Yonko. And the question remains as to whether it's going to be Law or Kid who got it too, since they defeated Big Mom together. But back to the Marines for a second. They're just waiting for Wano's borders to open so that they can attack. But since Zunisha has disappeared into the fog surrounding Wano, we don't know how this whole situation now may play out. We don't really know if Zunisha is still near Wano or is just left to go back to wandering, since Zunisha is essential for Wano's border to be open. But it could be that Zunisha is just off the coast waiting for Momonosuke's orders rather than going back to the aimless wandering they'd been doing. So even though the marine boats can't go into Wano, we see that a mysterious person is going on their way to Wano. And this person is none other than an admiral. Admiral Ryokugi, also known as Green Bull. Almost nothing has been revealed about this character. I mean, even his appearance is still really kept hidden. And nothing is really exactly known why, but there might be a possibility that his appearance will reveal something, or maybe just we're trying to keep a little suspense on this character. We also don't know much about his personality, but apparently he's gotta be brave. Ryokugi is going to Wano alone without having any reinforcements to help him defeat the pirates. Akainu, through the transponder snail, forbids him to do something risky, but he doesn't seem to be someone who likes to take orders. So in this next chapter, he might be responsible for causing a big mess in Wano during the celebration banquet. This is because even though the pirates have kind of recovered after the previous battle, they're still, largely wounded. And most of the pirates who fought in Onigashima who aren't dead, they're still they don't got a lot of energy yet, nor have they had a chance to fully 100% recover. But with everything that this team just accomplished, even though there's still just a few pirates left, we really don't think Ryokugi could actually defeat them alone. Besides, the end of the war arc is coming, and we're not gonna, expect to see something more drawn out. And it's probably more likely that the Admiral's not gonna stay in the scene for long, so he'll likely just be in Wano looking for Nico Robin. After all, CP0 was not able to capture, and as we know, she is an incredibly important piece in finding the One Piece treasure, because she's the the only one capable of reading the poneglyphs that lead to the legendary treasure. Even though Green Bull doesn't seem to care that much about Akainu's orders. After all, he did go to Wano without asking permission, and it looked like during his dialogue against his superior, he was mocking him while breaking the rules. Ryokugi overall may actually care about the world government's orders, because the world government is practically the order in the world of One Piece. Any mission that they give must be obeyed. So Ryokugi may have gone to Wano in order to capture Robin and take her to the Gorosei. With the little bit of mobility we've seen so far, Ryokugi could easily go to Wano and avoid as much conflict as possible until he's able to catch Robin and just take her and fly off with her, because really that seems how he's getting to Wano, so there's nothing that says he couldn't dive bomb in, snatch her, and run. If Ryokugi was to do this, it would be kind of difficult for the pirates to rescue Nico Robin, because now that the One Piece is reaching its final saga, Nico Robin has really become one of the most important characters. It is only she who's going to be able to tell us where the final island is located, the place where the One Piece treasure is, and of course, many pirates and marines want to capture her for this reason, because she would be able to guide them to this legendary location. So it could be that Nico Robin's capture is the most likely event to happen after all. I mean, since the beginning of the fight of Onigashima, we've seen that the Gorosei already had a strong desire for her to be captured. Besides, the fact that Ryokugi could not take on all the pirates that are there, he's gotta have a plan since he's rolling in alone. I mean, even though he is an admiral and obviously gonna be quite powerful, he could still be defeated by all the, all the people that are there. So even though he knows that the pirates that were able to defeat Big Mom and Kaido are right there, he remains confident going to Wano. So there's a possibility that he's going there just to get Robin and then leave. This also makes for an interesting closing to the arc, as the Straw Hats would need to then move on to retrieve Nico Robin from the world government, which could again make for a great fight and could also reveal where the last and final road poneglyph is, because we still have one that we haven't been able to locate. Normally, the world government has this custom of erasing the existence of something, so there may even be the possibility that the last road poneglyph is with the Gorosei, and they kept it hidden to prevent it from pirates ever finding it. If Ryokugi manages to capture Nico Robin, then it could be the beginning of a new world confrontation. The world government under the possession of Nico Robin and the last road poneglyph, and this would cause Luffy to activate his large Straw Hat fleet to achieve and go after this final matchup so they can get the One Piece treasure. Expanding our view just a little bit wider, there are many that would see this as an opportunity for several organizations and pirates to unite and to participate in this great conflict. I mean, mainly if we think about it, it would be Dragon and his revolutionaries, and of course Teach, because this would be the perfect moment to realize his main objective. This in fact might be the opportunity that Dragon has been looking for to take on the world government, since Luffy would be on the front lines trying to save Robin, and then Dragon could take the revolutionaries and fight alongside Luffy's fleet, and even offer up some very good intelligence about what they know about wherever they're going. Teach, for his part, would see an opportunity to capture Nico Robin, as she is essential to his plans as well, because he wishes to find the One Piece treasure just like Luffy, so that he can obtain whatever great power that this treasure can possess. And with all this kind of mess, this would mean that this wouldn't be just another big battle. It might be the big battle, because this is gonna be our last saga, not just an arc, not just something like Dressrosa, but where we've seen, the Four Emperors kind of saga, where it really kind of started at the end of Dressrosa and now finally come to an end with Wano. So throughout this saga, all of the arcs would be able to see Luffy and the other Straw Hats planning how they would manage to defeat the world government. With the world government being the largest organization in the world, they would need to recruit allies to further increase their fighting force, something similar to what Whitebeard had done during the Marineford fight. Now don't get me wrong, the Straw Hat Grand Fleet is an amazing group of pirates with some really incredibly powerful individuals, but it's not going to be enough to take down all of the Marines and whatever the SSG has, besides, just the regular pacifistas that we've seen and even the upgrades. It's going to be necessary for Luffy to ally himself with more pirates like Law and Kid, who've already kind of have a certain friendship, and with other pirates like the ones from the Worst Generation. And it could be this rallying cry that will bring all of even maybe all the supernovas together to work in unison in this one singular goal. And with respect to the revolutionaries, we already know that their goal is to take down the world government. So because Luffy's going ahead with that, it's a natural alliance, and they would be able to help Luffy in combat. And again, there's going to be other events that are going to happen that may not be as part of Luffy's plan, such as whenever Teach gets involved. Let's just consider what Teach has been able to do in their short meeting since what a lot of people like to refer to as the cherry legendary pie incident on Jaya. Blackbeard has become a Yonko. He has 2 devil fruits, has become incredibly powerful, taken more people out of Impel Down, and really is in a lot of respects the most dangerous pirate that is out there. Because not only is he unpredictable, we've already seen that he is not afraid to play the long game, and is an immensely brilliant tactician. Teach always waits for the right moment to start acting on his plan, so he might just wait until the fight between the pirates and the Marines is over, be able to swoop in and capture Nico Robin so that she can guide him to the One Piece. And we also can't forget about Shanks. At the end of this work, he's gonna play a very important role because we gotta see what his goals have been all along. After all, during this entire amazing story of One Piece, we've seen so little about him, but we know that he's had an immensely important influence over the overall arc of our story and, let's be honest, our main character. But with all that said, we don't know what he really intends to do or even what his real power is. So in this last saga, we're gonna finally get to maybe see him fighting Teach, a fight in which could be one of the most amazing and potentially heartbreaking in our story. But for all this to be possible, it's necessary that Admiral Ryokugi manages to complete the mission to capture Nico Robin, something that will not be very easy, and neither will the Straw Hats let this happen. We also don't know if Ryokugi has any devil fruit or if he's very strong, but because he's an admiral, his strength is almost comparable to that of a Yonko. So this opponent could be potentially very difficult to deal with, because after all, the Straw Hats are still quite injured and would be getting attacked unprepared because they're all getting ready for this big celebration. And this might just give that moment of opportunity for Ryokugi to appear and swoop in and escape with Nico Robin. However, there are several unforeseen events that could happen during this capture, such as the pirates in Wano are able to see the admiral arriving and inform everybody inland before he gets there, or even the return of Kaido and Big Mom, who might still be alive after falling into the lava. There have even been thoughts out in the community that Ryokugi might have some ties to Wano. He might be going there to warn everybody. And honestly, if you think about it, there are still many other possibilities that could happen in a very short amount of time, because the Wano arc is coming to an end, and we only have just a few chapters left to close that final saga, where we can finally see the next one open to where Luffy will conquer the One Piece. And moving forward, we're gonna have many more powerful characters enacting their own plans to see this great epic final battle, the one that has already been said to make the one in Marineford look like just nothing. And with this battle, not only is potentially the fate of the world going to be decided, but also who will be king of the pirates and what organization and group will actually remain or gain and free control of the world. But for now, I'd love to know what you think about it. What are you excited for? Do you think Admiral Ryokugi is friend or foe? And if he is, where do you think he might have his connection to Wano? Also, do you think we might see a reemergence of Big Mom and Kaido, or do you think that might be for another day or cover story? Let us know what you think in the comments below. So as we wrap up our expectations video, I want to thank you all so much for watching all the way up to the very end. Make sure you comment on any themes or ideas that you'd like to see in future videos. And also, since you made it this far, maybe give us a like or hit that red subscribe button before you head out to take on the rest of your day. Hope to see you all in our next video, and let's keep sailing this giant sea together. Take care.